Hey, Shalom, welcome to Rakam Akpas from Jewish London, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem Chakodash. I want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful elect, pushing this truth and all sincerity. Back again with another video. I got this article here from Weon, right, and they're reporting on, this hole in the bottom of the ocean, okay, and they're all afraid that, a massive earthquake is gonna, come from all of this, right? And but we know in the scripture this is all prophecy, man. We know that this earth is going to you know, be visited by a great earthquake, okay, in the lands of America, okay, especially when these missiles hit the land of America, man. There's gonna be a great earthquake in the earth, right? And the earth is gonna shake to and fro, okay. But they got, like this, they got this news article here, going into this hole in the bottom of the ocean. So I'm gonna play this video and then I'm gonna grab some scriptures. All right.
Now, earthquakes are devastating. The most recent one, which struck southern Turkey and northern Syria, measured 7.8 on the Richter scale. An estimated 57,000 people lost their lives. But what would happen if a magnitude 9 on the Richter scale earthquake were to strike? Well, that's what scientists fear after they found a hole at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean.
And they know they're due for a massive earthquake. America is a cursed place, man. Okay, there's so much fault lines going on, and like I said, they understand that they're overdue a massive earthquake. All right, the scriptures say there should be earthquakes in diverse places, and the world is getting rocked with earthquakes all the time. Some greater than others, and some causing massive loss of life, like the guy mentioned the Turkey one recently, right? And but there's greater to come. All right, and America is gonna get a heavy one. Okay, and this is what they're worried about. Okay, which they're right to be worried about. All right.
Our next port gets you more details.
Oceans cover more than 70% of the surface of our planet. They hold about 97% of the Earth's water. They are the source of protein for more than 1 billion people. These vast water bodies regulate our climate, acting as a natural carbon sink, and support the greatest abundance of life on our planet. But deep within, it also holds many mysteries, and scientists were in shock to find one of the deepest secrets while examining the Pacific Ocean's floor. This image has startled experts. Water oozing out from the seabed. It's a leak which...
Right, and to most people that sounds a bit weird, sounds a bit crazy that there's a leak. How can you have a leak in the water, right? But, the water it comes from somewhere, right? And the Lord got these springs in the ocean floor to give it water, right? And it's mentioned here in the Great Flood, right? So I just want to grab these quickly, man, just to make that point, right? It says Genesis chapter 7, verse 10, and it came to pass after 7 days that the waters of the flood were upon the earth. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up. Okay, the fountains, the springs. Okay, the Lord increased the volume of water in the earth through these springs and through the heavens. Okay, raining upon the earth, right? That's how the world was flooded. Okay, they were opened. Okay, and like you're seeing an opening here where water's gushing into the ocean. All right. This is the same day where all the fountains of the great deep broken up and the windows of heaven were opened, and the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. Okay, so it sounds like a weird concept of a leak in the ocean, but this is what it is. All right. There's fountains and springs in the floor bed, in the floor bed there, right? In the ocean floor. Second Ezra chapter 4 verse 7 says this. It says, verse 6 says, then answered and I and said, what man is able to do that thou shouldst ask such things of me? And he said unto me, if I should ask thee how great dwellings are in the midst of the sea, or how many springs are in the beginning of the deep, right? So let's say that the floor, the ocean floor is, littered with, springs and, places where water can gush, in, all right? This is, how many springs are in the beginning of the deep, or how many springs are above the firmament, right? Or which are the outgoings of paradise, right? So that's just to mention that, these springs, where these waters can access into the earth, okay? Let's go back here.
Experts. Water oozing out from the seabed. It's a leak which has alarmed scientists. These images were recorded by a research vessel of Washington University's study team. While water seeping from the seabed is not so unusual, however, the chemical composition and the location of the seepage makes this curious. This leak was found at least 80 kilometers off the Oregon coast in the Cascadia subduction zone. This fault line stretches from Canada's west coast to Northern California in the US. Observations suggest the seeping water is coming from 4 kilometers beneath the sea floor. It is located at the boundary of a tectonic plate. Basically, tectonic plates divide the Earth's crust into distinct plates, and they are constantly moving at a very slow pace. Earthquakes are concentrated along the edges of these plates. Scientists fear that once the water stops flowing out, it can lead to a buildup of stress leading to a devastating earthquake. The fault could unleash a magnitude 9 earthquake in the Pacific Northwest. An earthquake that big can completely destroy cities along the northwestern US. Bureau Report, we are.
All right, so yeah, they're talking about the magnitude 9s, right? Because I think, what did the guy say about the Turkey one? It was like 7 point something or something like that. Okay, 9. I think 9 is supposed to be like the highest category, I think, and that's why they're all concerned about it, because potentially that's what could happen. But we know for a fact in the scriptures, man, that this place is gonna get torn apart, torn up by great earthquakes, right? And like I said, specifically the great earthquake, okay, that's gonna come, okay, for when these nuclear missiles hit the land of America, these fault lines, these tectonic plates, man, are gonna be active in a great way, because they're gonna be energized from all that energy being dispersed into it, right? It's gonna cause America to be ripped apart, cause volcanic eruptions and all kinds of things, lava. All right, and this is why ultimately the land of America is going to become a lake of fire, because all this fire and all this lava, you got Yellowstone, all this stuff that's going to, explode, okay, when these missiles hit. Like, they know what they do for one, but there's a great catalyst coming to set it all off. But I'm gonna get this from Isaiah 24. This is it's verse 18, right? Saying, it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake. The earth is utterly broken down, the earth is clean dissolved, the earth is moved exceedingly. Okay, these certain words, dissolved, right? We know nuclear weapons, man, when they hit, when they explode, right, they consume all in its path, okay, with fire, right? So the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. So the shock waves that are going to be caused from these missiles, okay, is going to cause the earth to tremble, to shake, right? That's going to be felt around the whole earth, man, because like I said, these the amount of energy that's being released from these missiles, man, is going to emanate throughout the earth, and like I said, cause all kinds of earthquakes and all kinds of tsunamis and volcanic eruptions and all that sort of stuff, man. It's going to be terrible, right? It says, the earth shall rule to and fro like a drunkard, be unstable, right? And shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. That's the point. Okay, so the scripture speaks about this. Okay, this moment in time. Okay, that these scientists are concerned about. All right, this is from Revelation chapter 16, verse 18. And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, right? Because the Most High are gonna have everything going on, man. Okay, the Lord's gonna have everything going on in this place. Okay, this is why this is pursuant to Daniel chapter 12 and 1. There shall be a time like never before, right? The Lord is gonna have everything going on all at one time. It's gonna be crazy out here. All right, so yeah, it says that there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth. So mighty an earthquake and so great. All right, so we're gonna have them unheard of earthquakes, them nines and new category ones that they need to make up because things are so bad. And there is gonna be mass loss of life, especially in America. Okay. It says the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon came in remembrance before God to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. Right? Because these nations believe that they don't have to receive judgment for all the wickedness that they've done in the earth, right? And all these kingdoms that have come before America have had to go down because of their wickedness. Right? America is no different. America is not going to get away with all the bloodshed and the rapage, the robbery, of the Most High's people, the children of Israel. All right, the Lord's not going to let that slide. Okay, you're going to drink the cup of the wrath of the Most High. Okay, and the day of the Lord is that time. Okay, where you're going to see the greatest judgment ever known to mankind. All right, so every island fled away, and the mountains were not found, and there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. And men blasphemed God because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great, right? And that's these missiles, man. Okay, they're going to be destroyed. Okay. And this one's from Revelation chapter 11, verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Okay, this is talking about the elect that are going to be delivered from that judgment. All right, so the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake was slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the God of heaven. All right, so they're going to be delivered just before these missiles are going to land on America, man, and create all this devastation. Okay, and they're going to witness it, they're going to observe it, they're going to watch as America is set on fire and destroyed. All right, and like I said, it's going to be a frightening thing because the judgment is going to be, it's going to be so great. Okay. All right, this is from Revelation 21, verse 8. It says, But the fearful and unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Okay, because America is going to become that lake of fire because of all that judgment. And like I said, when these missiles hit and spread the fire with the besom of destruction, right? Spread the fire over the land of America, it's going to cause earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, and lava is going to flow out of the earth and everything, man. Okay, it's going to look like a real mess. Okay, a real lake of fire. Everything's just going to be ablaze and on smoke, on fire. Okay? And everybody that, the Lord is left there, right? Because I say all the elect are going to be saved out of the land of America. Okay, everybody else that's going to be left there are going to be destroyed and burnt up. All right? So this is the last one. I'm going to grab right from Revelation 14, verse 7. It says, saying with a loud voice, Fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come. Okay, keep saying about this 1 hour, right? This the last moments of Babylon the Great. Right, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worshipping that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Right, so everyone that's joined unto America, man, guess what? You're going to share a similar fate. Okay, you're going to be destroyed. Okay, the angels are going to come down. Okay, let's not forget about the angels, because the angels are going to come bring fire on the land of America too. Okay, but the angels are also gonna bring fire to these other nations too, man. That are, part of Esau's kingdom. Okay, part of the beast and that, right? It says verse 9, and the first angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, okay, that's the CHIP, okay, the MOTB, right? That the Esau is gonna have the world take, right? The beast is his system. He's those that are down with his system that he's creating. Okay, this new animal pen that he's creating right now. Okay, for his it's like for his cattle, right? Because you're nothing more to these elites than just livestock, Just like the vampires look at humans, they're just livestock. That's how these elites are. That's why they're likened unto these vampires, man. Right? But anyway, it says verse 10, and the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God. Right? So you're gonna receive the judgment. Okay, you're gonna receive the same judgment. You're gonna receive this fire, man. So the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture, right? So it's strong, concentrated, right? Into the cup of his indignation, okay, which is his righteous anger, right? And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, right? So those in the land of America that are taking this mark, okay, you're gonna burn with America, man. Okay, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Yahushua. All right, so like I said, only the elect are going to be delivered from that great judgment. All right, but like I said, the earth is gonna shake. Okay, shake like crazy. Okay, and it's all it's all ready. It's all set up to go. Right, these fault lines are not going to last much longer, man. And like I say, it might take these missiles to set it all off, man. Something could happen before, but there's a good chance that when these missiles hit, that's when they're all going to break. They're all going to cause their devastation, man, their destruction. Because all that energy is going to be released into the earth, man, and yeah, it's going to fuck things up, man. They say you're going to have new categories. 9 ain't going to be enough. 9 ain't going to be enough to measure it. Because it's going to be great and dreadful, So, with that, I'm going to say shalom, Lord, this is edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video. So, till next time, I say shalom.